Hello everybody, it's your girl Rose and I'm back with my 4th episode. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about people pleasing, right? But before we get into that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you can be the first to know when I upload a video, okay? Stop playing with me. Anyway, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Hey guys, so before we get into the episode, I'm coming to you guys with this Dunkin' Cool Mint Herbal Infused Tea. This tea is so amazing. This is not a sponsorship, honey, but I just wanted to let you guys know about some of the teas that I love to drink, and Dunkin' just has some of the best tea. I chose this topic because it is a very big topic, and I feel like a lot of people are coming to that moment of, realization that everything they do or have done was for other people and not, solely for themselves. I'm going to get into some traumas and, some traits of people pleasers and some positive reinforcement so you could basically gradually get yourself out of this people-pleasing phase. People-pleasing could look like, just not being able to tell a person no, not having the necessary boundaries, just lacking boundaries and looking for validation. Or people-pleasing could look like doing anything to avoid conflict with others, or even just going to the extremes, just to earn words of praise from other people. So some of the traits of people pleasers that I read up about was that they have low self-esteem, codependency, suppressing their own true feelings, difficulty making decisions, feeling guilty for self-care, mirroring other people's behaviors, prioritizing others over themselves, avoidance, taking responsibility for other people's emotions and feeling overwhelmed by other people's problems, and basically just a difficulty with, asserting their needs. There's 4, trauma responses. It's fight, flight, or freeze, or fawn, right? So as for the people pleasers, they're basically in the fawn stage. So the fawn stage is basically, it looks like, like lack of boundaries, like I said, and inability to say no. You won't stand up for yourself or what you believe. Like you feel a sense of, disconnect emotionally and feeling misunderstood and feeling like your guilt and your anger just like go hand in hand with one another. And sometimes suppressing your own emotions, that can release in, unrelated situations. That could come about, moments when it's not even for that moment, basically. Like, it could come up or show up when in times where you don't want it to or you don't need it to, but it's because you done suppressed your emotions so bad that you're exploding at this moment. So I was reading and it said that people pleasers are people who grew up in like chaotic or abusive, environments. And they said people pleasing can also come from just, your childhood, basically feeling like, that moment where you knew that every time you did something for your parents or every time you did something for someone, it was that sense of validation and that praise that you got and that attention, that you got from doing these things. So as you get older, you could continue, to do these things for the validation. Or when I do these things, that's when my parents are most nice and not screaming. So grow into that avoidance, basically avoidance stage, or just don't want to deal with conflict in a way. So you're people pleasing to avoid that. It also said that basically people pleasers do these things to, avoid hardship and avoid people not wanting to be in their life and not wanting to be their friend, feeling like they're unliked, like people don't like them. And this is where you really start going into the people pleasing phase, just to have people around you, just to keep friends in your life, just to keep family members in your life, or just to hold on to a relationship, because it could be with your partner too. Like, you know dang well you don't want to do that, but you still choosing to do it for that person just to avoid, them leaving, or them yelling and screaming at you, or y'all getting into a fight or an argument, or even just seeking that validation, just looking for it. Like, you start people pleasing so heavy, it's like, it's bad. So it said that that's a way of basically, adjusting your behavior accordingly to maintain, peace, or avoid, triggering explosive reactions. Or there's a way out, and there's a way to stop people pleasing. To take these steps forward, to try and, get out of this phase. There's a better, healthier shift, that you can take that, could put you in the right direction and get you out of the mindset of, some people just be feeling like, oh, it's just me, or I'm just a nice person. Like, no, it's okay to be a nice person. It's to an extent. When people start trampling over your feelings and your boundaries, and, don't care, and they know that, oh, I could ask such and such to do it because she gonna do it regardless, he gonna do it regardless, even if he don't want to do it. And that's when you start to realize that, no, it's more than just you being a nice person, and it's more than just you, you know what I'm saying? Just, oh, that's just you. Like, it's more to it. So I encourage you to just, try some of these steps and see how much more, just to see if you find a sense of relief, or, really do get out of the people pleasing phase, and, to a better, healthier you. You know what I'm saying? In order, to shift and, shift away from the people pleasing and this behavior, and just, towards a life when, you have that respect, and you have healthy boundaries, with the ones around you, and, where you're not exhausted and basically drained by others. You have to take some steps, and them steps come from, the inside. So the first step I have is basically setting healthy boundaries. So there was a quote that said, the only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who were benefiting from you having none. So if you sit with yourself and you determine, what you want and will do, it sounds simple, but I know it could be uncomfortable at first, but it's necessary, and it's important to just communicate your boundaries and, tell people no, without feeling guilty or selfish for doing so. Like, protect your peace, protect yourself. If that person don't respect your boundaries, then that person doesn't need to be in your life. And that goes for, like I always say, it does not matter. Family too. If they don't respect you, or they don't respect your boundaries, they don't need to be in your life. Step 2, be true to yourself. So try avoiding doing things, just because it would give you that sense of importance or validation. Like, stop agreeing to do something that conflicts with, your priorities. Stop doing things that makes you uncomfortable, to do, like, just to please somebody else. So, like, be true to yourself. If it's something that you really don't want to do, don't do it. Just, tell that person that you can't do it. Because truthfully and honestly, on the inside, in your heart and in your mind and in your soul, if you feel like it's a no, then it's a no. Do not sit there and say yes to it just because I'm telling you, you're going to be mad. You're going to be mad after. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to be bothered. You're going to be, frustrated. And And all you have to do is just basically be true to yourself and be true to your feelings. Like, I did not want to do it, so I said no, and that's that. Clear as day. Step 3, I have stop making excuses. So stop giving explanations or offering details behind why you can't do something, or, you know, it may seem hurtful or whatever, but really when you offer a why, you know, if you offer a why, sometimes it gives somebody a doorway or a little crack in there to basically, you know, shift your answer, change your mind from no to a maybe, or even just to the point where you're like, all right, I'm gonna just stop what I'm doing and I'm gonna come help you, and I'm gonna do, you know, what you're asking me to do. Just keep it simple. All you gotta do is say, listen, I can't. I got too much on my plate right now, and I just can't. I can't right now. And just leave it at that. As simple as that. No ands, if, buts, or why, because no, I can't do it. I can't do it. There was also a quote that says by Issa Rae, stop making excuses. You're the only one stopping you. Take that quote into consideration because it's true. It's very true. Step 4, take a second before responding. This is something I need to be telling myself, because I'd be quick to be like, okay, if somebody asks me to do something, I don't even think about it. I just be like, okay, you know, like I'll huff and puff because obviously you really don't want to do it. And then I'll be like, okay, or yes, or I could do it or whatever, knowing that dang well I can't do it. But then I wind up, you know, getting frustrated, upset, and doing it anyway. Take a second before responding to someone. Like, it's very important because, like I said, if you're the type of person like me that's quick to say yes, you know, to things, I'm telling you, right after, you're going to regret it. Or right after, you be like, dang, why I say yes to that and I really didn't want to do it. Like, all it's going to do is cause you, like I said, more stress, anxiety. You get what I'm saying? Because now you done put something on your plate that you either really didn't want to do or you couldn't do, but you're people pleasing, so you're gonna do it anyway. If you take a minute, you know, before quickly making a decision, it could definitely help as far as your decision making. It could help, you know, you be more patient and more intentional with making your decisions. Really sit back and think about it and really, you know, make that decision like, what am I gaining for this? Is it going to make me more frustrated? Is it going to bring me anxiety? Is it even going to bring good to my life if I do this? So, you know, take that time to really sit back and think about, you know, something before you make that decision. So step 5 is allowing yourself to be you. So basically, you have to stop, you know, pretending and faking, you know, who you are, and basically, you know, what you want and what you like basically for the sake of other people. I feel like, you know, by doing this, it will only honestly work against you in the long run. It will only work against you, nobody else, just you, by doing so. Just be honest, you know, about what you like and what you don't like. Stop doing things, you know, you don't want to do, hoping that it may strengthen your relationship with other people. Just be you, your authentic self. Stay true to your feelings, you know, your opinions and your thoughts and basically your emotions. Just stay true to yourself. There was a quote for that as well. It said, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embrace who we are. So for step 6, I have separate yourself from other people's opinion of you. So sitting and speaking in front of the camera for me is fearful, and, you know, just being vulnerable and, you know, showing up as me for my audience or for my, you know, to get my message out, it's scary. It's scary for me personally. It could basically, you know, shift my focus from my message that I'm trying to give out to the universe to me just, you know, focusing on the audience and what they may see and what they might point out and pick at. instead of I'm doing this because, you get what I'm saying, like this is something that I want to do and I got a message, so I'm gonna get it out there regardless of what you gotta say about me or regardless of what you gotta say about my message. I'm gonna get it out there, because in reality we can't control people. We can't control their actions, we can't control their feelings, and we definitely can't control their thoughts. We only have the power and the control over our own, okay? It's a fight for a feeling of judgment. So what other people think of you, it doesn't define you. And what they see in you is their own opinion, okay? I learned that some people just be reflecting their own insecurities onto you. They not brave enough and they not strong enough to be themselves in front of people or do what they feel like they're called to do. So they will sit there and tear you down and break you down and come for you because of their own insecurities, honestly. So number 7, I have assertive communication. So it's difficult because saying no comes with the sense of, like guilt and sorry, for simply just expressing your unavailability, simply saying I can't do it. You get what I'm saying? So like I always thought of it as I didn't want to, basically hurt people's feelings or, come off offensive or aggressive or impolite. I just avoided saying no, you know what I'm saying, and just saying yes, so that I don't have to feel that sense of guilt for saying no or telling this person sorry because I can't do something. But there is a way to basically, gracefully say no. Like you could say things like, thanks for thinking of me. I'm sorry, I can't at this time. I can't make it at this time. Or, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do this month, this day, this time, this year, whatever the case may be. Just, gracefully tell them you can't. I'm not saying you gotta go come off all, oh no, I can't, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just gracefully say, listen, no, I can't do it. And just leave it as such. There's also a quote I want to insert for this step, and it says, when you say yes to others, make sure you are not saying no to yourself. So coming to my very last step, become your own best friend, okay? So stop expecting other people to make you happy. Stop making it someone else's task to fulfill your needs and your wants. Like, make yourself a priority in your life, okay? Do things that make you happy and that brings you joy. It's not your family, it's not your friends or your partner, you get what I'm saying? Responsibility to make you feel valued and cherished and loved and whole and complete. It's yours. It's really your responsibility. You need to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love your mind, love your body, love your soul. And don't feel, guilty for doing such. And don't feel selfish for loving yourself. When you take good care of yourself, you become less dependent on others' approvals, okay? Pay more attention to, self-talk and eliminate disempowering, thoughts or words. Treat yourself with dignity and respect, okay? That's it. Treat yourself with dignity and respect. Talk kindly to yourself. Stop the name calling. We are all human, living a human experience, okay? I know sometimes, I could get in that mindset when I'm like, dang, so stupid, so dumb. And it's like, whoa, stop with the name calling. Stop, because when you do that, you really start to feel like you're stupid and you're dumb, or you just putting negativity out into the universe for yourself, and it's not good. Love that you're always willing, willing to learn and willing to grow. Accept compliments instead of putting yourself down. Just know you're not unworthy of grace or celebration, okay? We all deserve celebration. Even when it comes to other people, enjoy when someone gives you a compliment, but don't depend, you know what I'm saying? Don't depend on that compliment to make you feel good about you, okay? But you can accept it, but don't depend on it, okay? Don't depend on it. There's a quote that said, The next time you're struggling with an issue and feeling really low, try speaking to yourself the same way you would speak to your best friend. Be intentional with yourself. So I really hope this episode like helps somebody. I really hope that it resonates with you guys. As I always love to say, you know, if it's difficult alone, seek professional help, okay? Getting a therapist is nothing to be ashamed about. A therapist can help you in so many ways. I really hope you got your daily dose of healing today from this episode. And I want to leave you guys with a scripture that said, it's Romans 14:19. And it says, let us therefore make every effort to do what leads to peace and to mutual edification. Take that into consideration, okay? Until next time, I see you guys and thank you for watching.